found it somewhat curious. I had to delve in a bit deeper when I came across a statement that the devil's throne, the city within which it rests, was well known. And it was actually described in the Bible. I was like, really? I don't remember that. So as I dug into it, I found, indeed, there is some truth to this. And you think, this is madness, right? But other interesting tie-ins that worth a mention. It was said that 1/3 of the heavenly host were cast down Lucifer, right? 200 fallen that fell and landed on Mount Hermon. You can't go to Mount Hermon because of the UN military outpost right on the location. Curious side effect. Yeah, just of interest. But back to the throne of Satan. It was said in the Bible that we knew the throne was known because it was a place where St. Antipus was martyred in AD 68 or 92, I'm not sure, somewhere around about there. Of course, most people take these stories as mere nonsense from the Bible, and that location didn't exist. Well, it actually does exist, and that someone came along and found the forgotten ruins in 1864. A German engineer. Germans are really good for finding stuff. We'll come back to that actually. But it was Karl Hermann who began the excavations, and he used the location as described and pinpointed it down. And what he uncovered was what is known as the Alter of Zeus. Okay, keep that in mind as well. It's a little bit different, but in Pergamon, the Altar of Zeus was set up by the pagan priests of Babylon who had fled and were chased out of Babylon by the Medo-Persians. So the mystery schools, that old-time religion, magic and dark arts, worship of gods, was pagan gods. They were forced, and that's where they went, set up the city. And Antipus, a bishop of the church, refused to worship their gods, and so was sacrificed. The story, though, was that burnt offerings were placed before the altar. The throne of Satan, it's said to be. So it's uncovered and it's moved to Berlin, brick by brick, in 1930, which then is an era of a dark power rising. Because one of antiquity's greatest monuments is then moved there, inspires Albert Speer to create the colossal grandstand Zeppelin Tribune for the Nuremberg rallies. He took inspiration of this. So it's rebuilt as a museum piece in Berlin. Rallies are lit by 150 searchlights and blazing torches, and it was known as the Cathedral of Light. From the altar's podium, Adolf would mesmerise the crowds of over 1 million, and they would swear a holy oath to Germany and the Führer, their Messiah. And then we know what would happen then after. Would come the Holocaust, which comes from the Greek word in the translation, which means holy burnt offering or sacrifice. Which is curious, as it all ties in with the altar of Zeus in Pergamon, now in Berlin. Once offered, burnt sacrifices were performed. Once again, you do have to wonder about these strange tie-ins. Food for thought, curious, and does make you wonder how much stuff was in these books was true. People always say, no, it was was it Schliemann who discovered Troy when they told him that it was nonsense, it was just a story, and he took the time, found the landmarks, went there and discovered Troy. At least the initial settlement, the proper Troy was like 2 or 3 levels under that, which is another point. Cities upon cities rebuilt. Another guy worth checking out is Bright Insight, who talk about Atlantis, did work on pinpointing a lot of the major points that fulfill Plato's retelling of Solon's knowledge from Egypt of what Atlantis looked like, and it fits all the bill. The Rishak Eye of the Sahara. It's curious, and we'll leave that there.